Hello and welcome to the channel. Today, I want to talk about a manga that has had a profound impact on me and countless others, Solanin by Inio Asano. This coming-of-age story explores the struggles and uncertainties of young adulthood in a way that is both relatable and deeply moving. As someone who has gone through similar experiences, I found myself deeply connected to the characters and themes in Solanin. In this video, I'll share my thoughts and feelings on this powerful manga and hopefully inspire you to check it out for yourself. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of Solanin. Solanin is a manga written and illustrated by Inio Asano. It was originally serialized in the Japanese magazine Weekly Young Sunday from 2005 to 2006 and has since been collected into a single volume. The manga tells the story of Meiko and her boyfriend Taneda, who are struggling to find their place in the world after graduating from college. It explores themes of adulthood, purpose, and taking risks. The characters felt real and relatable, and their struggles were depicted with a level of honesty and authenticity that I appreciated. As someone who enjoys stories that explore the complexities of human emotion and relationships, Solanin quickly became one of my favorite manga. Meiko and Taneda are the main characters of Solanin. Meiko and Taneda graduated from university 2 years ago. Having no real goals or direction, they step into society clueless. Meiko works as an office lady to pay the rent for her apartment, while Taneda works as an illustrator in a press company, earning just enough to take some of Meiko's burden. While Taneda often meets up with his bandmates from their university days to jam, he still feels something is missing. His bandmates know what it is, they need to step out, promote themselves and let their songs be heard by a larger crowd, which has been their dream since their first meeting in their university's pop music club. Unhappy with the rhythm of their normal graduate lives, things change when two important decisions are made. Meiko decides to quit her job, and Taneda decides to devote time to write his first proper song for the band. Having broken free of their old routines, they now find themselves uncertain of where their new life will take them. Slowly, Meiko and Taneda come to embrace their unpredictable future together, but an unexpected tragedy occurs, changing their lives and the lives of their friends forever. The Hopeless Dreamer. Taneda's inner conflict is about the expectations a person has for his life, against the reality of the facts. Like all adolescents, Taneda initially places himself at the center of the universe. He strongly believes that his dream of breaking into the world of music, of playing with his band at the Budokan, can really be achieved. And yet, as the years go by, he understands that the world does not revolve around him, and if he wants to succeed in fulfilling his dream, he must get involved. He must show his talent to others. But he is afraid of people's judgment. He is afraid that he will be told he has no talent. So he hides behind a sea of excuses and starts working as a freeter to preserve his dream. Meiko Inoue. In Solanin, there is only one character that follows a path in search of happiness, namely Meiko Inoue, since the other characters are only the personifications of the conflicts that the author has tried during his journey towards maturity. Inoue, in fact, is influenced by them and proves on its skin every single conflict they represent. In short, Inoue is the personification of Asano in the manga. At the beginning of the manga, Meiko has a stable job, but she is assailed by doubt whether or not to leave a secure economic stability and then try to find a more satisfying job. Unlike Billy, Meiko makes the leap into the void. Besides, she can't watch Taneda abandon his dream for a job he doesn't like. Assailed by the same doubt as Katani, unlike the latter, she decides to encourage her loved one to leave her job and pursue her dream again. As they navigate the challenges of love, work, and friendship, they begin to question whether their dreams are worth pursuing in a society that seems to value conformity and stability over passion and creativity. One of the main themes of Solanin is the struggle to find purpose and meaning in life. The manga highlights the pressures and uncertainties faced by many young adults in modern society, who are often expected to conform to societal norms and pursue careers that are financially stable but unfulfilling. Solanin encourages readers to pursue their passions and take risks, even if it means going against the expectations of society. Personally, I found the manga to be incredibly relatable and realistic in its portrayal of the struggles of young adulthood. As someone who has recently graduated from college, I could identify with Meiko's feelings of disillusionment and Taneda's fears about pursuing his dreams. I also appreciated how the manga explored the complexities of relationships, both romantic and platonic, and how they can affect one's sense of purpose and identity. The manga's messages can be applied to a broader audience, especially to those who are struggling to find their place in the world. The idea that you're not special, and that's okay, is a powerful one that can help readers come to terms with the fact that it's okay to not have everything figured out and to embrace the uncertainty of life. Also, Inio Asano's artwork is simply breathtaking, with its detailed character designs and expressive facial expressions that perfectly capture the emotions of the characters. The The paneling is also well done, with a mix of small and large panels that help to pace the story and build tension. The art style reflects the tone of the story, with a muted color palette that adds to the melancholic atmosphere. Meiko and Taneda are both struggling to find meaning and purpose in their lives. They are faced with difficult choices about their futures and must navigate the challenges of adulthood, including financial independence, finding meaningful work, and pursuing their passions. Meiko and Taneda's relationship is a central part of the story in Solanin. They are both struggling to find their place in the world, and their relationship provides them with a sense of stability and support. As they navigate the challenges of adulthood, they rely on each other for emotional support and guidance. Their relationship is also a source of conflict, as they struggle to balance their individual goals and desires with their commitment to each other. The struggles of Meiko and Taneda are reflective of the experiences of many young adults in today's society. They are faced with the challenges of navigating a complex and rapidly changing world, where the job market is competitive and unstable. They must also balance their own passions and desires with the expectations of their families and society. Their struggles with finding purpose and direction in their lives are also common among many young adults. They are searching for meaning and fulfillment, and must navigate the uncertainties and challenges that come with pursuing their passions. The messages of Solanin are relevant to a broad audience, particularly young adults who are navigating the challenges of finding their place in the world. The manga's themes of finding purpose, taking risks, and staying true to oneself are important messages that can offer guidance and inspiration to readers who are struggling with these issues. For those who are unsure about their direction in life, the manga's message of finding purpose and pursuing one's passions can be particularly relevant. Meiko and Taneda's struggles to find meaning in their lives are a reflection of the experiences of many young adults, and their journeys can offer a sense of hope and direction to those who are feeling lost or uncertain. As the story progresses, Meiko and Taneda begin to realize that they are not alone in their struggles. They encounter other young adults who are facing similar issues and grappling with the same uncertainties. This realization helps them to understand that their struggles are not unique to them and that it's okay to feel lost and directionless at times. Another important theme of the manga is the passage of time and the inevitability of change. The characters are all facing transitions and uncertainties, whether it be the end of college, the start of a new job, or the loss of a loved one. The manga explores the emotions and difficulties of these transitions, as well as the ways in which they can lead to growth and new opportunities. Being simplicity and normality the key words of this manga, Asano opts for a banal existentialism, but of great emotional transport, thanks also to the easier identification with the various characters. In fact, the whole work revolves around two strongly empathic concepts. The first is the so-called coming of age, or the transition from youth to adulthood, and all that it entails. The second is instead one of the existential questions par excellence: what is happiness? What does it mean to be happy? Asano wants to reiterate with Solanin what happiness is for him. Being fleeting, there is no way to preserve it over and over again. Instead, we must face the doubts and choices that life holds for us every day. The essence of life for Asano is the continuous search for those brief periods of happiness, pure and total, that exist between an existential dilemma and the other. According to the author, the only path to happiness is the one undertaken by Meiko. In order not to fall into a state of existential inertia, it is necessary to face all the problems that life puts before us. This means being alive for Asano. Only by staying alive can we hope for a possible improvement in our existence. Those that seem words with a hint of trite providentialism are transformed with Solanin into a real philosophy of life. Overall, Solanin is a highly recommended read for anyone who is interested in coming-of-age stories or manga that explore the complexities of young adulthood. Readers who enjoy introspective and emotional stories that deal with difficult topics such as loss, identity, and purpose will find much to appreciate in this manga. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss out on any of my upcoming reviews, analysis, and recommendations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.